Traffic volumes are expected to increase on the N4 toll road as migrant workers and holidaymakers make their way to different destinations. The Lebombo border post with Mozambique is expected to process many travellers on Sunday. Traffic officers and members of the SABC continue to man roadblocks on the province's road network. All right, we're going to cross to Sepepile Kunene, who's at the N4 in Mpumalanga. She's just outside Bombela. A very good morning to you, Sepepile. I see that traffic officials are indeed, as promised, extremely visible and are indeed checking if road users are fit to be on the roads, if their cars are fit to be on the roads. Take us through what's happening there where you are stationed this morning.
Yes, Flo, we're coming to you live from the N4 just outside Mbombela, where travelers have started coming through from Mozambique. Mostly people who use this road would be traveling to and from Mozambique. So what we have observed here is that there's more traffic coming from the east towards the west, which means they're going back to Gauteng, they're going back to their normal lives, they're going back to work. And where we are is a roadblock where they are checking public transport for compliance, whether they are carrying the people that they're supposed to carry, and whether these people that are carried here in these cars do have passports. Are they supposed to be in the country? Are they legal? Others are coming back from holidays, of course. So right now with me here is Mweti. We were supposed to be with the MEC for Community Safety, Security and Liaison, and she hasn't showed up yet. So we'll be talking to Mweti Musi, who's a spokesperson for the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison. Before Christmas, on one day, you recorded a number which is about 29,000 going into Mozambique. What number of people can we expect coming back this side?
Yes, FC's correctly pointed out, there was a time when we recorded over 29,000 people that were processed at the Lebombo port of entry just before Christmas. This clearly tells you that there will be lots and lots of people who will be going through these ports of entries today, as well as others have started yesterday, while we expect more and more to be coming through this afternoon. There was a time when the traffic count at various ports of entries was about was much more, and then we are expecting that number to increase as we move towards lunchtime today, because many people are returning back to work. The authorities are pleading with motorists and everybody who will be using the road to go back to drive as cautiously as possible so that they can all reach their destination safely. They must obey all the rules of the road so that they all arrive at their destinations as safely as possible.
Okay, now the weather is cleared and the road is no longer slippery. What could be a possibility that would cause people not to drive properly on the road? Human error and the likes?
Yes, we are aware that that is why, as you can see behind me, there are traffic officers. There are many other parts of the province where there are traffic officers who are doing block patrols and various roadblocks. They will be stopping vehicles across the length and breadth of this province to ensure that the majority of the people comply with the rules of the road. We have seen there's been a great increase of traffic there by R573, where there was a vehicle count of about 800 per hour some few moments ago. So we are once again hoping that the motorists will obey the rules, and they will also exercise tolerance and be extremely vigilant this time of the year, as most of them will be on the road. So they must be patient with one another and obey the rules. But most importantly, they should also ensure that their vehicles are roadworthy at all times, because we have seen with the 160,000 vehicles that have stopped so far, there were nearly 800 or so which have been impounded. They could not continue with their journeys because they were not roadworthy. So we are encouraging them to ensure that their vehicles are roadworthy. Those who are driving longer distances, they should try and rest every 200 hours where possible, where there are alternative drivers, they should also alternate, so that we have seen fatigue setting in and contributing to some of the crashes that you have recorded, especially the ones that happen late at night and in the early mornings. Fatigue is attributable to such crashes, so we are appealing on them to rest sufficiently along the roads.
Now you are urging them to rest every 2 hours. There's been a crash that took place earlier this morning on the N4 around Machada. Has it been cleared? Is traffic flowing now? What's the situation?
Yes, the road there was closed for a short while, but it has since been reopened. Traffic is flowing normally again. But then we need to urge motorists that there is a construction that is going on that part of the road between Machado Dorp and Belfast. So we are appealing to them to approach construction sites on the road with great caution and be tolerant to one another, because obviously when there are construction sites, the road becomes narrow and sometimes it's only one-way direction. So we are appealing to them to be wary of such conditions or any other conditions on the road, including rain, which reduces visibility. They must be very careful when they drive on various prevailing conditions on the road.
Let's talk about the N3 that connects Gauteng, Mpumalanga, KZN. Let's talk about the R40 that connects Mpumalanga to Limpopo. Let's also talk about the N17 that leads to the border towards Eswatini.
Yes, there is an increased number of vehicles on that part of the road. R40, for example, earlier today, the traffic count was about 400 vehicles per hour on average. Also on N3 that links Gauteng, Limpopo and Mpumalanga, we are expecting traffic to increase. But then at the same time, our traffic officers will be on full alert to prepare for any eventuality, and also to ensure that there is general law and order on those parts of the road. Also, the other road that is critical to us is N2 that links KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga and Gauteng. We are expecting increased traffic volumes because majority of the people, as you have already indicated, will be going back to work tomorrow. So other than that, the increased traffic volumes, we are expecting people to try and obey the rules so that they can all arrive at their destination safely.
Thank you so much. That was Mweti Musi from the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison in the province, basically telling us about what we're seeing right now, the increase in the volume of cars on the road that we are on, the N4. There's also N17, which leads to the border towards Swaziland. There's also high traffic volume there, and most of these cars converge when you get to Middleburg. That is where there's going to be a high number of cars passing through the toll gate there. Back
right.
to the floor.
Thanks very much, Spear Pile, to you and your guest for that in-depth update.